tap tonight, NBA playoff action continues. It's Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. We'll see Seattle facing the Houston Rockets. If you look at Houston, tough loss for them in Game 1. We'll see if they can rally back in front of their hometown crowd to tie the series.
And this virtually becomes a must-win after that loss in Game 1. You almost never see a team drop the first two at home and go on to win a playoff series.
Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. We've got Davis. Bridges out there with Anderson. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And both free throws good for Anderson. And so it's Houston with it. They come into this one after losing on Sunday.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter-oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
Well, when you force it all night, you don't get good results. Never really adjusted the game plan the way they should have.
Clock at 4. Here's Gay. And Davis pulls it down. On defense, the Rockets. Payton outside. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Davis kicks to Powell. Davis sets a screen. And Capella sends it back. Ball against Payton. Paul passes to Mirotic. Gay right side. Capella sets a screen for Paul. Here's Mirotic. The Rockets with another miss. And it's Seattle with the ball. Powell, the pass to Bridges. Anderson up top. Payton against Paul. Payton kicks to Davis. Shoots over Capella, and Capella sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now here's Paul. Mirotic, a screen on Payton, and it's Paul penetrating. The Rockets again can't hit.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, struggling to find any daylight.
Payton in the corner, launches it. That shot misses. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David.
I asked him how they're going to respond after giving away home court advantage in Game 1. The coach said, hey, that was the last game. That's in the past. We're focused on the present and simply executing to the best of our abilities tonight. But he did admit, Kevin, that another loss here would paint a very grim picture going forward. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And that one's good by Davis.
He couldn't have played it better. There was just enough room to get the shot off.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Anderson. Goes back up. Out to Payton. Powell, the pass to Bridges. And Capella sends it back. Gay dishes to Paul. Over Payton. The shot by Paul, no good.
He likes to work that in-between area, upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
Here's Powell. And that one's on target from the wing. Here is Harden. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Kicks it to Paul. Screen by Capella. Gay in the corner. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
I'm liking the awareness from Rudy Gay, knowing exactly where to be off the screen.
Dish now to Powell. Davis inside. Capella's there. The kick out to Anderson. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
Houston making a switch. Okafor's checked in. Anderson kicks to Davis. Over Okafor. 7-foot shot. And Okafor with the block. Gay outside. Paul with the three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The defense has to stay on Chris Paul. He has a quick trigger on the catch and shoot.
Payton passes to Davis. Anderson outside. He kicks it to Payton. In the corner, Powell with it. Davis sets a screen. Powell down low. Guarded by Hart. 8 feet away. Bridges misses. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Okay, that's a two-pointer. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Okay, he's got 5 now.
CP3 moving the basketball around. That's what you want out of your point guard.
Inside and stolen by Mirotic. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Pick by Okafor. Paul dishes to Harden. Okafor sets the pick for Gay. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Harden for 3. Seattle grabs the miss. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Payton outside, so the wing on the left. Anderson passes to Bridges. Over Mirotic. Shot to stop the run, and it's blocked by Mirotic. 3 on 3. Here's Gay. Unable to get that one. Seattle goes the other way with it. Bridges passes to Davis. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Lewis checked in for Mirotic. And Robinson III comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Whitehead in for Chris Paul. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Allen's checked in for James Harden. Giles checked in for Seattle. Payton kicks to Richardson. Here's Anabogu. Payton dishes to Reed. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. The 9-foot shot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Giles has got his first basket. Okafor with a screen on Payton. And Lure kicks to Robinson. Pass to Okafor. Pass to Whitehead from outside the arc. Seattle grabs the miss. Here's Giles. There's the pass to Payton. Here's Anabogu. Richardson with it. Off the pick. Robinson pulls it in. Here's the break. Here's Allen. Offensive rebound. For Houston, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And that one falls for Okafor. Both free throws good from Okafor. It's a 2-point differential. Payton kicks to Reed. Pass to Anabogu. Now Richardson looking for his first basket still in this one. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And so it's Houston with it. 1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. There's Here's Whitehead, covered by Peyton. Allen for three. Allen with another miss. And here's Seattle, trailing by 2. Peyton outside. There's the pick. Pass to Anabogu. Peyton dishes to Richardson. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist. Richardson's got it all tied up now for Seattle.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen. I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
Now here's Peyton. Dishes it to Reed. The feed to Peyton. 5 to shoot. Seattle needs to get off a shot. Giant. That misses off the backboard. 40 seconds left in the first. Allen kicks to Robinson. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Trains the jumper to finish the break. Here's Whitehead. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He feeds it to Robinson. He dishes it to Okafor. A baseline J. That shot off. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Seattle leads by 2. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. We welcome you back here to the coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
Whitehead out there with Allen. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's John Lure. And it's Robinson in at the 3-slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And here's Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Reed against Allen. Reed misses. The Rockets trail. Now, here is Robinson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And some nice passing there by Houston. Screen by Capella. Here's Whitehead. It's deflected, and they get it back. And it's Capella missing. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. This is it to Anabogu. Feeds to Richardson. Now here's Peyton. He's guarded closer. Makes it off the glass. Peyton's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Seattle.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Capella. The pass to Whitehead. Screen by Capella. Off the pick. And the shot is long. Seattle leading by 4. Richardson kicks to Reed. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Giles. kicks it to Reed. Pass to Anabogu. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Rudy Gay's checked in for Houston. Paul comes in for Allen. And then for Seattle, Trey Lyles checked in for Giles. And it's Anderson in for Reed. Paul with the ball. Passes it to Whitehead. Lure the screen. That's good, and the Seattle lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Whitehead.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Anderson outside, the pass to Lyles. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Seattle shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throws good, Lyles. So for the Rockets, Mirotic comes in for John Lewis, and it's Harden in for Whitehead. And then for Seattle, he's checked in for Anabogu, and it's Powell in for Josh Richardson. Now here's Paul. Capella, the pass to Harden. The dish now to Gay. Rockets keep it going with the new 24-second clock. Here's Capella.
All the officials are all over that one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He misses the free throw. No good on the second free throw. Seattle leading by 4. Dishes to Powell. Pass to Chi. Anderson outside. Pass to Chi. And he jams it with authority.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
And so here is Houston after the basket by Seattle. Now Powell. Passes to Chi. Here's Lyles. And it's blocked by Mirotic. Paul outside. He kicks it to Capella. Mirotic, a screen on Anderson. Stolen by Anderson. Payton in the corner. Here's Lyles. The pass to Chi. And here is Powell. Over to the wing. And there's the feed to Payton. Pass to Chi. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Tries to snap the cold streak, and the layup is up and in. That's 7 points for Gay.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
Pass to Chi. Good work defensively by Capella.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
Capella with a screen on Payton. Paul dishes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Chris does a nice job probing the defense off the pick and roll and finding teammates.
Feeds it to Powell. Here's Lyles. Back to Powell. Second chance shot. The shot's good. Powell's got his second basket of the night. Rockets trail by 4. Kicks it to Mirotic. Beyond the arc. And Paul with the basket on the assist from Mirotic.
Boy, Chris Paul has been a top-notch perimeter shooter. His form is just perfect.
There's the dish to Powell. He feeds it to Anderson. done it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Okafor is checked in for the Rockets. And then for Seattle, Davis comes in for Chi, and it's Bridges in for Payton.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Seattle leading by 4. Dishes it to Powell. Here's the screen. Passes it to Lyles. He kicks it to Powell. There's the pass to Lyles. 6 to shoot. Over Gay. Good work defensively by Gay.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Picked by Okafor to the left wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. Tries again. That's good, and the Seattle lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Okafor.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there is nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession. You won.
Here's Bridges. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Powell inside, guarded by Harden. They get it again. Another shot, pass to Bridges. It's Powell on the wing, guarded by Harden. Outside for Davis. Davis setting the pick for Anderson. They get a hand on it. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. He's got the ball. No good. That would have tied it.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Anderson against Paul. Tries again. And Anderson kicks to Lyles. Pass to Bridges. Over Gay. Seattle missing again. The Rockets trail. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And it's 9 points for Rudy Gay.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Bridges passes to Davis. Anderson outside. Rudy Gay on the wing. He's got 9. He dishes it to Mirotic. From deep. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Davis, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic. Houston with a big group substitution here. John Lure, he's checked in for Mirotic, and Robinson III comes in for Rudy Gay. Allen's checked in for James Harden, and it's Whitehead in for Chris Paul. And then for Seattle, Giles checked in for Lyles. Richardson comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Reed in for Anderson. Here's Bridges. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Giles. Okafor grabs the miss. So it's the Rockets now, trailing by 2. There's a screen by Robinson. The feed to Okafor. The shot from the low post is good. Okafor's got the game tied up here for Houston. A 3 off the inbound. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show Hey again, everybody. This arena is jam-packed, and the energy is contagious. So keep your distance. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've battled hard, not letting their loss in Game 1 affect their performance tonight. But the second half is going to tell the tale of whether they go into Game 3 desperate for a win or with momentum on their side and a 1-1 series tie. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
I was surprised at how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this Game 2. Here's Seattle. On the court for Seattle, they've got Payton. Davis is out there with Bridges. And there's Anderson, and it's Powell in at the 2 spot. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
For Seattle, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Rockets trail by 3. Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Gay, fires from deep. The offensive rebound. Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass.
And you got to enjoy watching Harden down low, doing whatever he wants in the paint.
Anderson outside. Passes it to Bridges. There's the screen. Davis setting the pick for Anderson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Anderson's got 7 points in the game. Paul dishes to Capella. Here's Harden on the wing. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Feeds it to Powell. Davis sets a screen. Back to Payton. Kicks it to Powell. Easy layup after coming off the pick. He's got 6.
Great play calling. Execution. 3 for 3 to start the half.
Here's the screen. Paul kicks to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. Seattle leading by 3. Payton outside. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Out to Payton. Back to Davis. Reverse. Payton kicks to Davis. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Four seconds left. Here's Bridges out to Payton. Buries the long-range jumper. Payton's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. Bogu's checked in for Davis.
third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Kicks it out to Gay. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Payton passes to Bridges. The kick out to Anderson. In the corner, Powell with it. Clock at 6. Back to Anderson. Over Gay. Not enough on that one as it misses.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Here's Harden. Here's Capella. And stolen by Payton. And there's the pass to Anabogu. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Seattle lead.
They were so much better in the first half defensively, fighting over screens, quick rotations. We're seeing none of that right now.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. It's really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And Seattle making a change here. Cheese checked in. Screen by Capella. The dish to Mirotic. The three. The Rockets again can't hit.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Here's Chi. No good off the front iron.
Lazy defense against a good score turns out not to matter.
Harden outside. That one good for 2.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
Powell, the pass to Bridges. Here's Chi. Capella covering. To the middle. Chi's shot is off.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Screen by Capella. Back to Mirotic. They grabbed their own miss. Capella with the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Pass to Bridges. He feeds it to Payton. Pass to Chi. Here's Powell. Here's Anabogu. Payton passes to Chi. Here's Bridges. Capella covering. Passes it to Anabogu. Payton outside. Second chance shot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Chris Paul picks up that one. For Seattle, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Houston with a big group substitution here. Okafor is checked in for Capella. Lure comes in for Mirotic. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Whitehead in for Paul. Whitehead passes to Robinson. Lure sets the pick for Harden. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And the pass to Bridges. Here's Chi, covered by Okafor. Out to Payton. Now here's Powell. He's got 6. Bridges misses.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
Robinson dishes to Harden. Back to Robinson. And a miss there on the triple.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Payton outside. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Anabogu passes to Powell. Over Harden, 7-foot shot, and no problem from Powell as he finishes at the rim. Powell's got 8 points.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
He's off on that one. Seattle leading by 9. Pass to Chi. Here's Bridges. Dishes it to Powell. Pass to Anabogu. The Rockets pull it in. Robinson goes in, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. A different look for Seattle. Giles checked in for Chi. Josh Richardson comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Reed in for Payton. Reed kicks to Richardson. 1:53 left in the third quarter. Here's Bridges. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D that time from Robinson. He kicks to Harden. Here's Okafor. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And now just a 5-point Seattle lead. The feed now to Richardson. Passes it to Bridges. To the paint. There's a screen. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Lure dishes to Robinson. The pass to Whitehead. Robinson left side. Okafor with the screen on Richardson. Harden inside the 3-point line. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Harden's got 8.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Anabogu. He dishes it to Richardson. And once again off the mark by Seattle. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get the rebound. Here's Harden. The layup off target. Seattle leading by 3. Pass to Bridges. Feeds to Reed. They set the pick. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Shot clock doing his thing. He times it out perfectly.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Seattle ahead. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Rockets trail by 5. We've got Allen. John Lure's out there with Jahlil Okafor. Then it's Harden, and it's Whitehead in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Okafor kicks to Harden. Out to the right wing. Shot's good by Whitehead. Whitehead's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Rockets. The dish to Richardson. Anderson outside. Down low, Davis. And the layup layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Whitehead. Here's Okafor. Second chance effort, and Davis sends it back. Payton passes to Davis. Kicks it to Anderson. Back to Davis. Payton outside. He feeds it to Davis. Over Lure. It's deflected. The second effort. And it's Davis laying it in. And Seattle leads by 7. Davis has gotten half of his 10 shots to fall. 5 makes from the field so far. Harden kicks to Allen. Dishes it to Lure. Out to the right wing. Shoots a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Payton kicks to Richardson. And Davis now top of the key. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. 5 on the clock. That one wide left. Rockets trailed by 4. Here's Whitehead. The shot from the low post is good. Whitehead's got 4 this quarter. Seattle with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. To Giles. He kicks to Richardson. Over Allen. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Allen's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Payton right side. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okafor. Mirotic comes in for Lure. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for James Harden. And Seattle also making a change. Miles checked in for Giants.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Gay kicks to Allen. Mirotic the screen. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Hall's checked in for the Rockets. And Seattle also making a change. Powell's checked in. Anderson outside. Miles inside. Mirotic is there. Miles kicks to Powell. Davis sets a screen. Pass to Lyles. Out to Payton. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. To end the drought, the Rockets pull it in. Mirotic just got his 4th rebound in this one. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Out to Payton. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. The pass to Lyles. Anderson outside. The feed to Davis. It's stolen by Capella. Here we go, all alone to take the lead, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Mirotic dishes to Gay. Back to Mirotic. 6 to shoot. Here's Capella. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's Lyles. Payton outside. Pass to Lyles. He dishes it to Anderson. Looking to end the drought. And it's good on the way in. Rockets trail. Paul passes to Whitehead. Paul outside. Up top, Capella. Pass to Whitehead. Just 5 on the clock. Seattle grabs the miss. Davis with it. Payton outside. Anderson right side. Right side Davis. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the first one drops. The Rockets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Bridges, he's checked in for Seattle. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Harden kicks to Paul. Capella with a screen on Payton. Harden dishes to Mirotic. Pulls up. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight. Anderson outside. Here's Bridges. Davis sets a screen. Powell kicks to Davis, and there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Anderson in the post, covered by Mirotic. Anderson kicks to Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bridges. Gay gets a hand on it.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Paul can't get it to go. And it's Seattle with the ball. It's a 1-point game. And Anderson kicks to Powell. Feeds to Davis. They set the screen. Davis setting the pick for Anderson. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Gay. Harden outside. Capella sets a screen for Harden. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Harden's got 10 points in just the second half. Harden's gone 5 of 11 from the field. Anderson outside. Passes to Bridges. Now Powell. And he goes right over Mirotic and slams it down. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
Harden kicks to Gay. To the inside. Here's Capella. And Davis sends it back. They retain possession. That one good for 2. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter. Payton kicks to Anderson. Capella against Davis. And here is Powell. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
Mirotic the screen. Paul kicks to Gay. Back to Paul. The dish to Harden. 4 on the shot clock. Harden missing again. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Payton. Davis sets a screen. Payton drives in. Money!
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 3. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight, that they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He said, guys, this is where legends are made. I know you want it more than them. It's time for you to show it on the floor. You need loose balls, crashing the boards, and D. This is for all the marbles. Let's get it done.
Thank you, David. Here's Bridges. Count it.
Sky high, one of his advantages as a undersized forward.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 5. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Screen by Capella. And Mirotic kicks to Capella, and so they choose to intentionally foul. "19 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Every little bit helps. Outstanding work hitting those free throws.
Here's Mirotic. Nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
The game was up for grabs, and Mirotic comes up with a bang, just a sensational score in these types of situations.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Here's Whitehead. Off target with his 3. Reed. No good. And so it's Seattle winning this one. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long. Thank you.